I'd like to share my thoughts with you about how mobile technologies have been changing the way people learn a foreign language. Over the last 20 years, I've worked with many people in Europe and North America on learning English, and I must say it wasn't always easy for many of them. Here are some reasons why. For some, it was a matter of limited access to resources, for example, finances. Other people found themselves in locations where they couldn't access instruction, like language schools or native speakers who could teach them. Others were perhaps too shy or found it difficult to put themselves out there, especially when it came to practicing the language that they were learning. Some people were just too busy. They found it difficult to learn lots of information in a short amount of time. And then there were such people who were actually doing all the things that you would expect. They were going to classes, speaking with native speakers, reading books, etc. But they just wanted more practice. Mobile technologies have introduced new ways to learn a foreign language, and one of the most practical ones is related to sharing and exchange economy. It is facilitated by web-connected mobile devices, and over the last 10 years, it has become a rival to traditional ways of doing business. Whether in industries such as hospitality or transportation, the expectation is that in terms of revenue, sharing and exchange economy will soon be equal in size to that of traditional companies. But there are also less formal types of exchange economy, such as exchanging skills or services. A special kind of exchange economy, not dependent on money, connects mobile technologies and language learning in so-called mobile learning exchange applications. A learning app that attempts to build on and connect the affordances of multiple different mobile technologies is called HelloTalk. In its essence, it is a combination of a social network and several messenger-like features, which allow people to practice and teach each other languages they are interested in learning and ones they are proficient in. Over 13 million users communicate regularly as they select peer tutors for real-time or asynchronous text, voice, or video-based interactions. This basic kind of mobile interaction between the users is boosted by several AI-supported functions, which help the learning process and which also make this app unique among language learning mobile applications. The first one is translation. This can be used from one's first language or also to check the meaning of a phrase written by the other user in the second language that I may be learning. The app supports text-to-voice and voice-to-text transcription, which helps, for example, if a person wants to practice pronunciation and yet wants to have a written record of the interaction later. Transliteration is another unique feature, as it allows users to see a transcription of writing between different scripts, for example, between Chinese characters and the Latin script. And the feature that many users mention as most useful is the grammar correction function, which users can use to correct their own or the other user's language. HelloTalk emphasizes the user's or learner's ability to control who and how they practice and learn with. We can search for specific types of users by language, location, or other characteristics. Users can also control their own profile and, for example, decide who or when can find them. The group function then allows users to interact with the same people on a regular basis. Now, learning exchanges can sometimes be awkward, as we may not feel the other person is doing as much as we would want, or they are not focused on the same things we want them to focus on. HelloTalk includes functions that help with this, as one can limit the time spent in each language exchange or get notifications after a certain number of characters typed. That allows for an easy way out of that kind of exchange. This combination of a social network, a strong search function, several different language support features, and also a way to control the social aspect of the interaction gives HelloTalk users affordances that we would normally have to access in several separate mobile apps or environments. As a mobile app, HelloTalk does have some limitations or weaknesses. As with many mobile apps, the free version contains all the features, but not to the full range of the app's abilities. There could also be better support for users who don't know how to begin an interaction, for example by providing conversation starters or sample topics. However, the app has numerous opportunities, not only for current users, but also for the general mobile community. Something the app's designers are looking at is introducing a class feature where the app can be used by teachers to interact with their students. Another way to make better use of the affordances of mobile technologies would be to connect the app with various open educational resources or even with other resources available for a fee. So while not completely unique, HelloTalk is a great example of the way mobile technology can combine multiple functions and engage people in interactions virtually unimaginable in the past.